International Meteo workshop is currently underway in France, Paris, and it's mainly focusing on meteorologists and weather presenters around the world. This after Monday's release of the Intergovernmental Panel on Climate Change's fifth assessment report on climate change. Now, our very own weatherman, Tsietsi Monare, is there. He's in Paris. He's our resident climatologist, as we like to call him. He's attending this particular conference. We had him on the line. We seem to have dropped that line. I think, well, they're telling me that we've got him back now. Tsietsi, good morning. Can you hear us?
A very good morning, Ian. Yes, I can hear you.
Fantastic. Or should I say bonjour?
Yeah, bonjour, mademoiselle.
Oh, how is it going? How's the conference been? I know that you're attending it, and it sounds exceptionally interesting. What was your day like?
Yeah, it's quite busy. Actually, we had a full day just discussing what the IPCC was talking about in their report that they released on, I think, Monday. We just delved on situations around how Southern Africa is affected, how the whole world is actually going to get affected, and how we're actually going to deal with all these problems facing or coming from global warming and its associated effects.
And I can imagine it's quite a serious issue. It really is. I mean, yesterday we had a wonderful conversation with somebody just telling us the realities of global warming and telling us how we have to make a change because everything is changing around us. And if we don't change our behavioral patterns, we seriously are going to hamper the future for our children. Are these the type of issues that are under discussion?
Yeah. Specifically around how to now be prepared for all these impacts. All the previous reports told about what kind of impacts are coming and what the severity will be and so forth. But with the latest report, what they're basically talking about is how to adapt and actually be prepared and how to look out for vulnerable societies and how to get them also ready and prepared for these impacts. Because the biggest issue is that we're expecting what they call sort of surprising effects. We're not really sure how we're all going to get affected in terms of which areas will receive a lot of rainfall, or which areas will be drier, which areas will be hotter, which areas will be colder, and so forth. So we are just trying to get everybody to be as prepared as possible in terms of mitigation. It is working towards adapting to new environments that we could be facing soon. And mostly to just have a look at these vulnerable societies, how to get them prepared and how to sort of shift from being reactive and actually be proactive and get more investment on being ready to deal with these changes that are still coming.
Yeah. Tsietsi, just finally, I mean, just being with like-minded people from around the world, I imagine most countries represented there. You're there from a South African perspective, and we've had some absolutely bizarre weather patterns, and we talk about them on a daily basis, and you, of course, are the person who reports on them. What is the sense among many of the climatologists and the weather presenters that are at the conference?
Yeah, you see, this forum is actually organized for meteorologists and weather presenters just around the world for the same reason that we are all doing a similar line of work, and we need to find ways on how to let our people know, our viewers, people at home that are watching. How do we let them know what is happening, how to prepare for all of these events? And the whole reason behind all of us meeting is that we are all facing these impacts all in different ways. I mean, Europe compared to Southern Africa and then Asia and so on. We're all facing different impacts, different scales, and in terms of our development, our infrastructure, how we prepare for all this, we're sort of all sharing ideas.
Lovely.
I mentioned to them when I was here about the flooding that was happening in the Northwest Province as well as over Limpopo, and they also mentioned some of the events that were happening. Somebody from the Philippines was actually talking about Haiyan that happened the last couple of months ago.
Yeah.
And that's actually basically just sharing ideas among people from different worlds who are doing a similar line of work, but they are facing so many different impacts. Yeah. And we're just getting to the bottom line of how we can actually prepare for this. Okay. And it's actually working out very well because we've got a lot of people who have done lots of research and work on developing areas, as well as people that have done research on first world countries. And, the amount of knowledge that is coming out of there is just phenomenal, and it's helping both of our different situations.
Okay, Holly, I got to leave it there. Enjoy it. Soak it all up. I know you do, and I know you love these things. So, Tsietsi Monare joining us on the line from Paris in France, and he's attending a climate change conference at the moment, and we're looking forward to hearing more from him when he gets back. All right, let's take a